A brand new American bomber, 9 trained airmen, and a desert so vast it erased them without a trace. In April 1943, during World War II, a U.S. B-24 Liberator, nicknamed Lady Be Good, vanished on its very first combat mission. No distress call, no crash report, no survivors. For years, the desert kept its secret, and when it finally gave answers, they were far worse than anyone imagined. Lady Be Good took off from Libya on a routine bombing mission over Naples. The crew was experienced, the aircraft was new, confidence filled the cockpit. But weather turned bad. Heavy clouds, poor visibility, navigation became difficult. After the bombing run, the crew tried to return to base, but something went wrong. They were lost. Low on fuel, the crew radioed for guidance. Base believed the plane was already over land. They were wrong. Lady Be Good was still far out over the desert. Thinking they were near the coast, the crew made a fatal choice. They bailed out. One by one, 9 parachutes opened over absolute nothingness. The plane kept flying, unmanned, until it gently crash-landed, completely intact. The crew hit the ground alive. They regrouped. They had hope. They believed civilization was nearby. So they started walking. Day after day, under brutal sun, temperatures over 120 degrees Fahrenheit, no shade, almost no water. Their boots wore thin, their strength faded, but they kept moving. They began to collapse. Some sat down, never stood again. Others kept walking, dragging their feet. One man wrote a final note before dying alone in the sand. Another survived for less than weeks after the rest were gone. The last man walked over 100 miles. Then he also died. For 16 years, Lady Be Good was a mystery. Then, in 1958, oil explorers found the plane. Perfectly preserved, food still on board, a working radio, no bullet holes. Search teams followed the trail. Bodies were found exactly where the men had fallen. The desert had recorded every step. Investigators realized the truth. If the crew had stayed in the plane, they would have survived. The aircraft landed safely. Rescue would have found them. Instead, they walked away from life and into death. Not from enemy fire, not from combat, but from a simple navigational error. Lady Be Good never fought the enemy, yet it became one of the most tragic losses of the war. 9 men survived the crash. None survived the desert. Sometimes, the most dangerous enemy is not the battlefield, but being lost. Remember to subscribe, because some stories should never be forgotten.